G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the final ever episode of FM24 that is going to be on this channel.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Makes me quite sad, actually, but enough of the sadness. Let's go and dive straight into this final ever season. Come on, let's do it. Here we are. As I say, we're on the 30th of August. We're on the 5th and final season of this Crystal Palace rebuild, and as you can see, we've started off really well. 4 wins from 4. We have a new name in the top scorers list, so financially wise, we are sitting around about 80 million in the bank. We I think ended the season about 105, 110 million. I've got no transfer budget left, but transfer wise, there has been quite a few movers and shakers again. So before the tick over, let's have a little look-see, get this sorted out. So the big one was Firmino left just before the tick over to go to Newcastle for 54 million in total, which I thought, you know what, he's a good player, but he's not a great player. And I thought I could find better, and I did. To be honest, I did find better. But that was the only sale then, and then I ticked over and Ekitike left. He's gone to Saudi Arabia. It just didn't, unlike my Leon save where he was amazing, it just didn't quite work out in this one. And you look at his career stats, 3 seasons with us, nowhere near enough league contributions, so it was time for him to go. 14.5 million, quite happy with that. But I brought in just 2 players, 1 defensive member and 1 attacking member, and the defensive member brought in on free transfer from Eintracht Frankfurt, 29 years old, Arthur Thiat. What a centre-back signing this is. He's left-footed, so he may oust Marmol, and I think he has done already, to be fair. Yeah, he's started every game. Great anticipation, determination, positioning, great heading. Really good physicals. He's actually pretty quick and he's really strong. So very good player. Consistent, likes the big games. That's exactly what I want. Elite centre-back with a resolute personality. Brilliant. Going from Rennes to Frankfurt in real life, I believe that is. And he's done really well there. And I hope he does really well for us. And then the big one. Arda Güler was up for sale by Real Madrid for 44 million. I sold Firmino and I replaced him with him. I mean, look how well he has developed. 16s and 17s and an 18 in his technique all the way through his technicals. His mentals are incredible. And his physicals, you know what, even though his strength is probably his lowest and he can't jump, the rest of it is absolutely spot on. And again, consistent, loves the big games. Very ambitious, elite attacking midfielder. This is what I wanted for my final season. And for 44 million, I think that is an absolute steal. Considering Madrid didn't even play him. Didn't use him. I'm stunned by that, but he's hit the ground running with 4 games, 3 goals and an assist already. So, the joke's on them. I got the benefit of it. Tactically wise, I've kept it absolutely the same since we qualified for the European competition again, although I've put McKenna back in to make sure nobody takes him out. I want him to get the game time again, and it's starting to improve things again for the 5th and final season. Squad wise, we're looking pretty well stacked out now if I change that back around. Great options all the way through. We've got a couple of youngsters that have come through the system. And yeah, everybody's playing really well. If we have a look at the schedule, 4 wins from 4. Okay, admittedly, they are games that we should be winning, but a 1-0 against Brentford, a 1-0 against Leeds, a 5-2 against Burnley, and a 1-0 against Norwich shows that we are keeping clean sheets and defensively playing really well. So I'm quite happy with that, and we had a really good pre-season as well, beating the likes of Inter Milan and Benfica. So obviously competitions, we have all this to play for: Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup as well. It's all good. It's all good. Can we finish in the top 8 of the Champions League again? Well, if we have a look at the fixtures for this season, I'm a little less confident, but I think our toughest part is the start, where we got Milan and PSG, and we got Inter Milan, but the rest of them, I feel like we should be beating them. Ajax, Lugano, Villarreal, Real Sociedad, and Slavia Prague, all teams that we should be beating. And I think we could actually beat Inter Milan at our stadium, no worries. So I'm hopeful of another top 8 finish. I think we could do that. And there we have it, guys. I'm ready to roll the highlights reel for season number 5. What would the target be for this season? I think a domestic cup. An FA Cup or a Carabao Cup would be nice. It'd be a complete and utter fluke if we won the Champions League or anything like that. So yeah, Champions League qualification and an FA Cup again would be quite nice. So let's go and roll the highlights. I'll see you guys in a couple of seconds. 5 seasons, countless highs and endless heartbreaks. This is the final chapter of the Crystal Palace rebuild, and I wanted to go out with a bang. But, as tradition seems to have it, the Carabao and FA Cups once again brought early exits. So if we're going to make history, it certainly wouldn't be there. The question was, could we match last season's Champions League form? Well, sort of. After a rocky start, we found our rhythm. A 4-1 win over Villarreal, a thrilling 3-2 victory against Inter Milan, and a few more strong results saw us finish 10th, just 1 point shy of the automatic knockout spots. In the round of 16 we faced Ajax, and after a tight 2-legged battle it went to penalties, and heartbreak again as Ajax sent us packing. But while Europe ended in disappointment, our Premier League campaign was something special. We started brilliantly, unbeaten until mid-December, including massive wins like a 3-1 over Arsenal, and a 5-1 demolition of Chelsea. A rough Christmas patch slowed us down a little bit, but we bounced back strong. A 2-0 win over Everton, another 2-0 win over Liverpool, and even more crucially, a 2-1 win against Man City. And then came the final day. A 2-0 win over West Ham sealed it, and Crystal Palace are your Premier League champions. From cup heartbreaks to European runs and now top of English football, what a journey we've had. What a rebuild it's been, and what a way to finish the challenge. Well, I have absolutely no idea how I've done that, but Crystal Palace are your Premier League champions. Oh, it's taken me 5 seasons to get Palace as league champions. I can't even believe I'm saying that, to be fair. What a tight title race this was as well. Wow. So we finished a point above Man City. We almost chucked it away with 3 draws in our last 5 games. But City equally fluffed it with 2 losses in the draw. But then you had Arsenal steaming up behind with 2 draws and 3 wins, and Liverpool with 4 wins and a draw. Meaning between the top 4, Liverpool finished 5 points behind us. There's 5 points in the title race. Let's have a look at the past positions actually. Stick all these on. We were there or thereabouts. First, second, we dropped down to third a couple of times, but we were there or thereabouts, and then we swapped over towards the end of the season with Man City. We took a grip of it. And then it was obviously Arsenal and Liverpool who were there or thereabouts as well. So, yeah, God, this was really tight. Really tight, but Premier League champions. Come on. How about that? Well, I think it was helped by the fact that we got knocked out very early in the domestic cups. So, no FA Cup or Carabao Cup for this save, unfortunately. But the Champions League, PSG won it again. League phase, we didn't do as well as I thought we would. 4 wins against Prague, Inter Milan, Villarreal and Lugano, but draws. A 2-2 draw against Ajax at home. Those 2 points would have put us in the top 8. I'm a little bit disappointed in that. And then we went through to the knockout playoff round, and we got done by Ajax again. So it seems that Ajax was our bogey team, unfortunately. But I suppose that's just the way it is. We'll have a look at the finances. And we are sitting very pretty now. The 2 seasons being in the Champions League has helped us out immensely. 131 in the balance, 33.5 in the transfer budget. Like I say, I'm not going to carry this on, but it's still nice to know. Debts and loans down to 69 million left. That's not too bad. A couple more seasons in the Champions League. I think that will be all right. Staff-wise, before I go to the squad, maxed out my staff. I can have all the staff in the world, and I've maxed them all out, and I've got some brilliant staff in here now, so that's why it's probably worked. Tactically wise, look at that. Look at that. Look at that synergy. Love that. The lines everywhere is great. Decent partnerships all around. That's what you want. Decore and Wharton, I'll have a look at them in a second, have been brilliant in that centre midfield. And Lacroix and Thiat, the centre backs. Brilliant. Absolutely spot on. So I'm going to clear that entire team selection. We are going to go to the goals. So 18 from Esposito. Not developed, I don't think, as well as I've seen him in other saves of mine, but still lethal. Also my captain, weirdly enough. 14 and 10 from Arda on his first season. 14 and 10 from Cole Palmer. 13 and 4 from Pino. Another 14 assists this time from Luca Netz. That's a lot better. 7 assists from Adam Wharton. Let's have a look at Adam Wharton and see how good he's become. Overall, it doesn't look amazing. I would have expected a few more yellows on here in his attributes, but his gameplay is just brilliant. I can't believe I've managed to keep him for this entire time, but his consistency and his level has just been spot on. Cannot complain at all. It's not a surprise that this lad is highly touted to move to the likes of Man City, Arsenal or Liverpool in real life, because I think he has got a lot of talent. In real life, he bossed the Palace-Liverpool game. He bossed that midfield. And as a Liverpool fan, that hurts to say, but you have to admit it. When a player plays well, he played well. And then, obviously, you have Gedson Fernandes, didn't get as much game time. Lacroix played a lot. And then Callum McKenna. Oh, he has developed well. Kind of want to carry on for a couple more seasons to see how good this kid can actually get. But he is brilliant. And wanted by Newcastle. Not a chance. Not a chance. I wanted to have a look at Decore as well, because he's been kind of an unsung hero as well. Again, not amazing overall, but his mentals and his technicals and physicals all seem to balance each other out. Plus his consistency in game time that he's getting. And again, like Wharton, he's been consistent in that central midfield spot all the way through. I cannot complain with his performance. He's a ball-winning midfielder at the end of the day. He's not going to pull up any trees being absolutely spectacular, but he does exactly what you need him to do. Overall, very, very happy with that squad. And as I say, winning the Premier League this season is outstanding, to say the least. Especially in the league, top goal scorer for us was Esposito with 13. How I've managed to do that, I do not know. I really don't know. I ain't got a clue. Ain't got a clue. And there we have it, guys. That is it. Done and dusted. The 5th and final season finally completed. And that's FM24 completed for the channel. I'm a little bit sad. It's been an up and down roller coaster for the last couple of years, but I've enjoyed it immensely. And you know what? I think I deserve a like on the video. I deserve a subscribe to the channel. And make sure you tune in for FM26, where there's going to be so much content about this. It's going to be unreal. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in FM26. Ta-ra.